So by the time this video goes up, it would have been about 3 weeks since I last uploaded a video. And that last video that I uploaded was quite a long one, so I appreciate all of you who watched that. What I can tell you is I'm not going to make any videos for the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to use that time that I would have used to make videos to reflect, to pray, to chat to my friends and family about what the next stage is. And then I'll come back in a few weeks' time and present to you my thoughts and findings. But if you did watch it, you would have seen me talk about my YouTube journey over the past sort of year and a bit. And really what I did is I broke down sort of what my experience was like, and I also talked about some possible next steps that I might take. If you watched the end, then you would have seen I talked about 3 decisions that I had to make. And the first of which was, do I carry on with YouTube at all? Second was, how often do I want to upload videos if I do carry on? And the third thing was, what do I make videos about if I'm carrying on? So in this video, I'm just going to take you through those 3 decisions and what I've been thinking about the past few weeks. So let's get straight into it. So over the past 2 weeks, I've been taking some time to refocus on what are my priorities. This time has also allowed me to revise for my exams, of which I've done 1 and I've got 1 left literally in a couple of days' time. But it's also allowed me to get really into climbing for whatever reason, and as you'll probably see in the B-roll. And also I've been able to get into sort of my exercise and thinking about my health and diet and things. I've really enjoyed that. Anyway, I've actually just really enjoyed having a bit more time and space to do things I enjoy, like climb, exercise, chat with family and friends, play games, things like that. I haven't missed making videos as much as I thought I might. So the first decision really was, do I carry on at all? And the answer really is yes, I do want to carry on, as I have really loved learning how to make videos. And even just yesterday, I watched a documentary on Disney Plus about this climber and how he sadly passed away, and it's sort of his son actually retelling his story. And when I was watching it, I just felt so inspired to be able to somehow tell stories in the level that he was telling this story. I felt really inspired when watching it and was like, yeah, I still would really like to develop my storytelling skills through video. It's called Torn, in case any of you want to watch it. Yeah, I get so much value from watching videos, even like education. Watching videos for me is so much more beneficial than reading or listening to things. So ultimately, I want to still be able to develop this skill to be able to provide that value to other people like me. So there you go, I'm gonna carry on. However, how often do I want to do this? So the main question that the majority of my family and friends asked me when I was reflecting this past few weeks was, how long does it actually take you to make your videos? And my answer to that is probably somewhere between the region of 7 to 15 hours a week. The next question they asked was, will you have enough time to make these videos as often as you have been this summer and into the future? And the answer really and brutally is no. If you don't already know, I am actually getting married in August, which I'm very excited about. And then we're going away for a whole 5 weeks. And the past 2 weeks has been sort of a really great opportunity to realise how important it is to not overcommit myself. Getting married is a huge deal, and I need to make time for that, as well as moving to a new city, starting my job again in October, trying to find new friends, new community. It's a lot. Anyway, all of this reflection has sort of made me realise that I don't have enough time to make videos as often as I have been, once a week for the next year. And part of me finds this really quite sad. However, I know where my priorities need to be. So, what does that mean for my videos then? I'm effectively going to give myself the freedom to basically make videos whenever I want, whenever I have the time or the motivation. Initially, like right now, while I'm finishing university, I will probably have a bit more time, so it might be more regular. But as I move into the summer and particularly getting married, there'll be a period of time where I just have to stop for a couple of months. What I'm effectively saying is that I'm not going to be approaching YouTube as a business yet, but instead it will still just be a hobby. And one of my closest friends sort of reminded me like how important it is for me to remember to have fun doing this. So that's sort of, I suppose, the priority for me whilst this is still a hobby, is just to try and have as much fun I can with it. Now I'm fully aware that this means I will not grow for a while, and I'm just going to have to deal with that, to be honest. So what I have said to myself is that in sort of early next year, 2024, I might allow myself to come back to YouTube in a more serious way, once me and my future wife have settled into our new city. And at that point, I might try and focus on the regularity of upload and maybe push towards monetization and treating it a bit more like a business. But as all those things are kind of out of my control, I have no idea yet. For all I know, I might not even want to be making videos next year, but I kind of doubt that at this point. So to summarize, I'm basically going to make videos whenever I feel I have the energy and the time and the capacity to do so, but also there will be quite a long break over the summer when there just won't be any videos. And the final question or decision I had to make was, what content do I actually want to make? What do I want to talk about? For me, this is kind of less relevant at the moment because I'm obviously not focusing on growth. My only real aim is to have fun and probably make videos about things that just really interest me at the moment. And I imagine that would largely be around this area of work and rest. For example, I might make some videos around sort of healthy diet, exercise, climbing, because I've been getting really into that recently. And in some ways that does lie within the realm of resting well and being healthy. But I'm hoping by lifting sort of any of these time constraints and content constraints that I might actually be able to sort of be a bit more free with being creative and making stuff about whatever I like and not really worrying about what people think about it or how successful it's going to be. But if any of you have any suggestions about what I could make videos about, if you want to actually know something maybe that I could help with, probably in the realm of being a student at uni or being a project manager, those are probably the things I'm most experienced in, then let me know below. Once I start my job again in October, I'm very confident that I'll have a heck of a lot of things that I want to share again on this channel, because that is something that I do like to do, is sort of share the things I learn as I go. So I'm sure that I'll probably pick up with some more videos every now and then when I start, but obviously that's not a priority, as I said. So that's it really. It kind of feels a bit sad because I do really want to carry on, properly and more regularly, but sadly a real important thing in life is not trying to take on too much and making sure you know what your priorities are. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So yeah, as I said, YouTube is going to have to be a bit on the back burner, but I'm not completely going away from it. I'm just sort of doing it more irregularly. If you could still stick around though, I'd really appreciate that, and I'll probably pick up properly again in 2024. So who knows when I'll next see you, but I really appreciate you watching.